Hey, Rob Cesternino here, getting you ready for our exit interview with the second player voted out of Survivor. Just one piece of our week of coverage of Survivor every single week here on RHAP. So in case you weren't spoiled, this is your last chance to get out. Here's my exit interview with the second player voted out of Survivor 46. All right, everybody. We're here with somebody who I've been looking forward to speaking with because I think she's so hilarious. So excited to talk to you today, Jess. How are you?
I'm smiling because it's over. I have to show you my merch.
You have merch. Smile because it's over. Spring break says 46. Yes.
Yeah, New Beach, Fiji.
Was it a bad experience?
This is not where I would have my destination wedding.
Yes.
That's for sure. Was it a bad experience? It's bad when I think about it. But when I don't think about it, it's not bad.
Okay,
that's the only way I can put it. And I also got to make these really funny shirts.
Okay, is it eat more protein, and you're eating like giant ants?
Yeah, by Jessica.
How were the ants?
They were okay. Like some were sour, some were bitter, and some made my tongue numb.
They have flavors. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. And they helped me. They were my friends out there, and Bhanu was my friend.
And you ate your friends. Yeah.
And I ate my friends. I didn't eat Bhanu, but I ate my friends.
Okay, so Bhanu was your friend.
Yes.
But you voted for him.
I need to challenge this narrative that he's like mean. He's like the loveliest person, and he was like my friend, and he made me feel like a person out there when I felt totally discounted for everyone else.
Why vote for him then?
Because it was very clear to me that they were not going to vote for Kenzie. Like it was very clear to me that trio was totally impenetrable, and I also felt like, well, I'm gonna put by playing my fake idol and going home, I'm either putting myself out of my misery, and if it's real, then crap, I have to spend another day with these people. And if it's not, then Butter doesn't have to spend another day with these people.
It was almost free. It was freedom for him. You were trying to set him free. Yes.
Free Bhanu.
Free Bhanu. Okay. So when you went to the tribal council, who did you think that you might have been voting with? Or
nobody.
Nobody.
I knew that I was like so abjectly screwed. I was like please let there be like a localized tsunami to like drag me into the ocean. Just me, not everyone else, so that I don't have to be here, because I don't know. I knew from the first day, the very first day, I said in my pregame press that I was obsessed with Kenzie. As soon as the marooning happened, when we were allowed to talk, I ran up to her and I grabbed her hand, and I was like, I'm so glad we're on the same tribe. I really want to work with you. And I was like, fuck, I should not have said that within earshot of other people. And I was just like, I really wanted to work with her. They didn't show that during the sweat task, when Jelinsky and Q were working on the sweat task, that me, Bhanu, and Tiff and Kenzie were all like working to build the shelter. And I actually talked to Tiff and Kenzie for a very, very long time, like all about our dogs, about our like homes, about our jobs, about all this different stuff. They didn't show any of that. So it makes it look like I didn't even try to talk to them.
Yeah.
But we talked for a very long time, and it became very clear to me that Kenzie was running around talking to everyone but me. So it was like, by the time she came to me and I was like, I'm playing a slow game, I was like, why would I tell you anything? Like, you're just going to use it as ammo against me. Like, why would I tell you anything? So yeah, like there's no way that I could put anyone's name out there that wouldn't backfire against me.
Yeah. I want to talk about that idol that you had. Now, you said that you played your fake idol going in. Like, what was your percentage wise that you thought it was fake when you played it at the tribal council?
I was like 99.9999%.
You were like Eliza levels of, this is a fake idol and I'm just doing it anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to do it. I'll just show the world the people that are on my drive, because they might not understand the shot of the dark. So whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, why are you doing this to me? I'm so tired. Also, the whole thing where they were like, how come she can't find the idol? It's because I wasn't the one that found the original one. And also, why would you think that someone that's on 200 plus hours of no sleep, why do you think that I would expend an ounce of energy like going to the rocks to find the idol. I was
You couldn't
like, what
find
the
it when it was
heck?
there and it was real. Why would you find it in the same place when it's fake?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And then I was like, crap. I was so mad when they were like, you have to look for an idol now. Like Kenzie looked at me, she's like, girl, you better play an idol tonight. And I was like, whatever. I was like, why would I expend any more energy doing this? I'm so pooped. You
Yeah.
guys have no respect for me. Like, what am I supposed and so and then I was like, well, Jeff hates quitters. I guess I have to like throw my body around pretending to look for an idol, but I was just like praying for the bats to come and take me away.
I didn't know they did that.
So,
Yeah.
well, there were bats fighting at nighttime. I was like praying for them to come and just like airlift me
Yeah.
out because I wanted to leave honorably. I was like, please just get me out this, get me away from these people.
But Jess, when you saw the episode last night, I'm sure, and by the way, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
And happy birthday to your twin.
Oh, I'll tell her.
Yes. But
you should tell her.
Okay. But Jess, when you watch the episode back, did you see things that you didn't even know that they were doing? And did any part of you say like, boy, you this is a bit much?
Oh, yeah. I was like, what is wrong with you? I was like, I'm not the one that's going to look like I feel like what is happening could be read as unnecessarily cruel. And I'm not the one that has to live with the consequences of that. It's going to be on TV forever. I don't have to live with the consequences of that. So
Yeah.
I was like, this is a bit much, but like, why were you trying so hard to get rid of me? What did I do?
Mm-hmm.
I was not like, what did I do? I didn't suck at the challenges. We all sucked at the challenges. Like,
Right.
what did I do to you?
Well,
yeah.
There seemed to be concern that you were going to play your shot in the dark and maybe there would be some unintended consequences based off of that. Was that something that you were even considering doing, playing the shot in the dark?
The very first tribal council, Q had told me you might have to play your shot in the dark, but I was like very certain that Jelinsky was going home because he just pissed everyone off in different ways. For me, I was just livid when he quit the sweat task and then was like lying around after. They didn't show how messed up his feet actually were. He has like the softest baby hands and softest baby feet. And so I think that the sand and the rocks and stuff really did do a number on his feet, but I didn't actually understand that. I was just so busy being mad at him that I didn't examine his feet closely. And sorry. But yeah, so they were trying to get me to play my shot in the dark from the beginning. And I was like, why? Like, what did I do? I hadn't even disclosed to them that I was like sleepless until the second day or something like that, or maybe the third day. So I was like, what did I do?
But why did they want you? Did they want you to flush your shot in the dark so they could get you next time and then you wouldn't be able to? Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
wow.
I was like, what?
They're playing hard.
I was like, why are you playing so hard? Like, why? Well, I mean, it is new era. I guess you're supposed to make #big moves.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
But I was like, we should be optimizing for like team unity and team cohesion and team strength so we can get flints so that we can move into the merge with numbers. And I need to be able to hide behind these people. I do not want to go to tribal before the merge because I'm Asian. Like, like just statistically, just go online and look. Like it's hard. I'm like it's just, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, tell me about this tribal council, because it seemed like that things really started to unwind for Bhanu. And did any part of you start to feel like maybe it's not me tonight? Maybe it is Bhanu, because he was really reacting very, very negatively.
No, it was very, very clear to me that it was me, because the very first tribal council, they were kind of telling us to both put on shows and like act like we were going home, and I was like, this is just like weird, and like why? Like what is the point? Like Q and Tiff. I think it was mostly Q. Q was kind of like the spokesperson. He was kind of like in between all of us. I was like, okay, I don't understand, but it seems like overkill. And like Bhanu is so passionate and so, like wears his emotions on his sleeves. And I was like, and I think the more he wears them, the more like incensed he gets. And I was like, why would you like do that to someone that's like already suffering so much? So I was just kind of like I knew it was me, and I just felt very sad. Yeah. Even though I was smiling the whole time.
Yeah. Were you aware that there was any sort of tension between the Q, Kenzie, and Tiffany trifecta, where that there was some concern? Obviously that Kenzie had come to you and said, hey,
Yeah.
let's vote out Q. Did you know that Q was kind of rattled by that in his conversations with Tiffany?
I actually thought that like Kenzie had done that to get us away to give Q and Tiff a chance to plot something. I thought that they were very, very, very close.
Yeah.
And I had floated Kenzie to them multiple times. I had said to Q, like, we cannot trust Kenzie. She's like, she's playing this, she's so socially fast. She's going to eat everyone at the merge. I just like kept saying this to Q and Tiff. I wasn't saying we have to vote her out, but I was trying to like plant the seed of an idea in their heads that they should be careful because I kind of saw how effectively she iced me out that I was like, you guys need to be careful. Like, you need to be careful. Because Tiff actually came to me the first night and was like, Jess, I feel like you were going to be straight up with me. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I feel like you're gonna keep it real with me. You're not gonna play games with me. I was like, yeah, yeah. Like, so I felt like I was in good standing with her, but I think the perception of how I did in the challenge was what really did me in.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the challenge and just how grueling it was. Because, like, from watching at home, it seemed like that maybe this went on for like at least an hour plus that you guys were doing that. Is that accurate?
Probably. I have no concept of how long it took.
Okay.
But I actually think we took a lot longer than the other. Well, no, because
They would have stopped it.
yeah, it took forever. And I just remember at every turn that everyone was yelling at me. It wasn't just Bhanu. It was like every single person.
But why were you such
person,
the scapegoat for the tribe? Why did it all come down to Jess is the reason why we didn't win this challenge?
I have a feeling that I have a feeling that they understood that if they yelled at me, it wouldn't blow back against them. That's all. Like that I would just be fine with it, which I am. I'm like, whatever, I don't care. You can yell at me. I don't care. I'm like actually like very like I can't even say that I'm proud that I didn't lose my temper because I wouldn't have lost my temper anyway.
Yes.
So like it would have been very against character to lose my temper. I was just like, whatever. I'm not the one yelling on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
I don't know if that makes any sense.
It was good. Could you talk a little bit about your first couple of days with life with Jelinsky? You talked about how you were upset with him about the quitting the savvy or the sweat task. That what else did we not get to see in the episode that would help us understand what these first couple of days were like with Jelinsky?
Okay. Well, I'm allowed to talk about my relationship with him now, and I love that kid to bits. I love him so much. But my perception of him then was, why are you quitting everything? How come everyone wants to work with you so badly when you have not contributed anything, even to building the shelter? He was like, my perception was that he was just standing around like waiting for people to tell him what to do. And I actually like, I wish they had aired my little lecture to him because at one point he's like, yo, Jess, I think we're at the bottom. We sucked at the puzzle. I was like, you sucked at the puzzle. I don't think I actually said you sucked at the puzzle, but I might have said it to someone else. I was like, I just felt like everything he was saying to me was so sketchy and generic. And I was like, what is wrong with this person? Why do they want to keep him around? And he was like, I think I'm in trouble. And I was like, well, you need to rehabilitate your image around camp. You need to like start helping us. Like we had to rebuild our shelter after it broke the first day. You need to help us find palm fronds and do the bamboo and like collect the food and open the coconuts and help us do all this stuff. And he was just kind of not, I don't know what he was doing. He's probably looking for idols. They also didn't show that the first night he went looking for an idol. And actually he saved our life because we were all like sleeping inside the shelter and he left the shelter to go look for an idol. And we all came out of the shelter. Kenzie and Bhanu followed him and Tiff, Q, and I went to this part of the shelter and then it like fell. But we would have gotten like crushed had he not gone idol hunting. So thank you.
You all still voted him out after he saved your lives.
I had to because I didn't want to be the first boot.
That's true. That's true. No, let me circle back to something that you said earlier about how that you were happy to have been able to been voted out by the tribe. Was it the people or was it the conditions that was what made this experience so difficult for you?
I think it was just, oh my God, I'm going to cry. I was like there were these moments of just like, during the first part of the game, like the game relies so much on having people that you trust and connect with. And for me, that person was Bhanu. Like I love Bhanu so much. but you can kind of see that like it would have been hard to move very far with
Mhm.
just him, you know?
Yeah.
And so, and I felt so misunderstood and like, I felt quite misunderstood and like not very, sorry, I'm like gonna cry about it. I just like didn't feel like respected or whatever it was. But I also felt like I was like I had some really good memories too, because I felt like people's defenses would drop. People were playing the game so hard, but their defenses would drop like really late at night in the shelter when we were all trying to sleep. And we would play this game where we would like go through the alphabet and say like different foods in the alphabet until and see who could go like the longest, and we would just kind of go around. And I remember thinking that the way it was like I wrote it down. It was like asparagus, banana, cucumber, dill pickle, egg. And every time Q said dill pickle and egg, I would just crack up because of it. I want to do my Q impression.
Do it.
I remember the match hat and he was like, "We're gonna see if I5 is stronger than they 5." And I was like, what? Why are you speaking for? I was always so confused about why he was speaking for us as a tribe, because he was like not really like telling us what to do or like coaching us back at camp. I was like, when did you become our coach? Like, why are you performing as our coach here when you're like not really like
Mm,
galvanizing us in like a teamy way? I
yeah.
don't know. It was very strange.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, so what was I
Dill
saying?
pickle, egg.
Typical egg. And I was like I just had so much love for the people around me because I knew like everyone was playing for something bigger than themselves. Everyone was trying really hard and everyone was going to have to deal with the consequences of whatever they said on
Yeah.
TV. And I was just like, I had a lot of love for them. And then, but then I was also like, why isn't it being reciprocated? It's fine if it's not. But it's also like, I don't know. It was complicated. It
Yeah.
was a strange experience. Would I do it again? I think you'd have to pay me $10 million
Just to
to do
show
it.
up. Just to show up. Wow.
Just
What an
to
appearance fee.
just to get on,
You're like The
just to go
Rock.
to yes, I'm the
Yes.
Rock.
Yes. Okay.
Bay
Well,
Area native.
Bay Area native.
I think
Okay.
it,
So Jess, that we have on this weekend, we're having the 17th place roundtable with Zach and Maddie and Brandon Donlin. And I think that the 17th place roundtable has another worthy addition this season. So very funny people make it 17th place on
it's
Survivor.
all the funniest people. Everyone's
Yes.
so robbed.
Yes.
I
Okay.
didn't think of myself as funny, but I am funny.
Yes, I think you're very funny. Jess, thank you so much for joining us and hope we could talk
Thank you
again
so
soon,
much.
okay? All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, thanks for watching our exit interview with Jess. Hope you liked it. If you did, appreciate you giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. We've got much more coming up about this episode of Survivor and all of Survivor 46. Be on the lookout also for when I take on Marianne Oketch in This Week in Survivor History that we've been dropping here on the YouTube channel as well. A new feature that we started doing here during Survivor 46. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Love to hear what you think in the comments. Take care. Bye.